Hey guys, reading time. How is everyone? Happy harvest season! Or how I like to say, Happy New Year in the astrals. For me, this is my new year, my universal truth. 1st of April is when I feel universally when it starts to happen. It's the beginning of starting to plant those seeds so that next year you start, to harvest whatever you were planting this year. But I want to see for this collective, what is your main focus, and what are you planting, and what are you on the brink of harvesting is what I'm hearing. So let's just get these and see what's going on with you guys. You know what? I actually want to get these first. Or do I want to get those? Maybe you have a lot of ideas. Because it's like I'm not being able to decide. Let's get these first, and then we'll confirm with those. I'm going to go with my gut and get these, because these were the ones I grabbed first. Alrighty. This collective. What is this collective's main focus in this beautiful new year, this harvest season? Okay. I don't want it to come out, so I'm not taking that out. All right, so the first one we have is seduction. This is about third-party interferences, but attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptations could be, maybe you're getting certain temptations, really having tests with that magnetic pull. Are you actually giving into that magnetic pull, or are you just letting it be? But we do have separation. You could be going over, a certain separation right now, but you could be going through nostalgia right now. But also this is about uncertainty of the future. You could have someone really connected to you, who's actually going through this energy. Even though I did ask what your main focus was. And so maybe you're picking up on them, and that's why, it's like the entrapment of the mind. We do have clock here, so you've been needing time to heal. You've been taking the time to heal, but progress on the way is what I'm seeing. But taking time and cycles. And how crazy, we started with the harvest season in this reading. So I feel like you're about to begin a new cycle. Through unconditional love and by making healthier choices. This is nice. Okay, so I feel like maybe the seduction and the separation is kind of like something you're picking up on, and maybe you're confusing it with your own emotions, or even with what you could be focusing on. We'll confirm that. But for this collective, I feel, and more so with how I started this reading, I feel this collective, you're about to reap what you sow. By taking the time to heal, and by progressing at your own pace, slow but steady is what I'm hearing. By putting yourself in that unconditional love, by giving yourself, and you yourself receiving that affection that maybe you wanted externally. This is also about falling in love. And making healthier choices in love and life, self-care, self-love, being happier, confirmation with that. This collective, you've been focused on being happier. You've been focused on having healthier choices. You've been focusing on that glass half full instead of that glass half empty. Don't make it fit. But I do feel like there are moments where, and maybe within these days, that maybe this energy has started to bubble up. Maybe you've been starting to get a lot of memories with this person, or having dreams with this person. Usually, when there are pivotal moments of cycles closing as well, I feel, and from my experience, we start getting a lot of dreams, or even, in some cases, you start you don't dream at all. It's like, I've had certain cycles where I would start to dream a lot with a specific person, and it was like me clearing out certain different timelines through my dream state. And there were other moments where I would not remember not one single thing that I was dreaming, because maybe I felt a little bit disconnected. And it was crazy that I'm saying that, because I did feel a little bit disconnected these last couple of days, doing my readings. It was getting a little bit harder to connect with my collectives, but once I did, it was very free flowing. That could be a message in itself. But yeah, I've been having certain moments in this last week where I felt very disconnected. But yeah, going back to the reading, you could feel a little bit disconnected, or you could have like literally that 180 where you feel totally connected and you're having a lot of dreams with this person. It's coming to my mind. You're having a lot of memories resurface having to do with a person on your mind. And I feel like there is a certain temptation that maybe you're feeling, maybe you're wanting to contact them or you're wanting to reach out. But I feel like if anything, this collective, you're not really giving into that magnetic pull. So taking a chance, a risk, when having to do with feeling with like an option, or feeling like this person was strategizing. Phoenix moment, transforming this out. This is good. This is about a new phase, rekindling, renewed, transforming, growth, and changing mind. And learning from the past, sign, literally, and that was the end of it. I feel like this person even, and I'm saying it for a reason, because literally a lot of passion and stop it. Oh, paradise. Wow. I feel this person is really going through a lot of memories, and maybe that's why it's trickling onto you guys. They're trying to learn from the past and wanting to make new memories, having to do with how they made you feel like an option, having to do with how they didn't take that risk, that leap of faith. But they're transforming it, literally, and that butterfly. And girl talk, wanting to converse more. Alrighty. I cannot make this up, guys. Whatever you were chasing in the past, you are receiving progression. Arriving, moving on, closure issues. And that's the end of it. All right. Let's confirm this. I feel like this rejection and that separation is this person. I really hope that this is not you guys keeping that mind frame, because you've heard me say it a couple of times. When we are stuck in a negative mind frame, I don't believe so for this collective. I did specify, I feel like you are trying to see the lighter side of things and trying to see the glass half full, but maybe it's, having to do with your everyday life or your day-to-day life. And maybe with this person, it's a particular feeling that you get, or it is a little bit hard for you or harder for you to get out of that negative mind frame, because maybe you haven't seen tangible evidence that this person has changed. But has anyone else, when you were going through your change, and it's coming to my mind that I'm saying this, when you were going through your change and you were in that isolated bubble, maybe, you were in isolation, you weren't really seeing anybody but just a few friends, and so the people you wouldn't see, were they seeing your growth? How were they seeing, your evolution and how you were growing? You know what I mean? What would have happened if you knew that their negative outlook towards you was something, that you knew about, that they would speak about? How would it make you feel energetically through your healing? That's what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? It's kind of like through our energy when we do, and more us that we are, if you're in this divine journey, clearly with that chaser, I feel like you are. If you're in this divine journey, the biggest thing for us as healers is to heal through unconditional love, without prejudice, without, judgment, without, holding the past against that person, because we ourselves and more divines have a very murky past, have a very, turbulent past, and we have a very painful past, but it doesn't mean that the rest doesn't as well, and how we transcended our obstacles and we healed through that pain. Other people can do it too. It doesn't matter if maybe this. The thing is that since we put the person for this collective, the person on your mind, as because they did physically or through actions or through words or whatever, they put physical pain onto you. You know what I mean? In the sense of emotionally. we can hold a grudge, you know what I mean? So there's a reason why I'm saying this. Maybe you are made a little bit, and I hope not, because what is the power projection? What do I always say about that? If you are thinking negatively about this person, what do you think is going to happen energetically to them? And you guys are mirroring, so, and I'm taking that as you guys are mirroring more so with what I've said, the examples of what I've given you about these dreams and such, and what has come up with this energy in your spread. Just try to keep a positive mindset having to do with this person. If you were able to grow, what makes you think that this person won't be able to, or isn't currently growing in their own way? Just because they don't grow at our same pace does not mean that it's bad. It doesn't mean that it's negative. No, it means that everyone has their own, time frames and, processes to grow and to evolve and to heal. But I want to see, let's get your connection. Let's just get your connection. Let's get the connection with the person on this collective's mind. Challenges, there it is. Clearly a lot of challenges, but health. But you guys have been trying to focus on your health. And also, I am going to say, maybe this person also is going through the challenges and the, obstacles that you've had in this connection, and maybe they are trying to keep a healthier, positive mindset. They're trying to be more healthy. They're trying to take care of themselves. Could be that maybe they do have certain health issues, or certain health issues arise during the connection, but I'm seeing this more as healing through the challenges. You could have a physical distance, emotional distance for sure. But and there's that taking that chance. You guys know what I say about this. This isn't only about, addictions or bad finances for me. Sometimes, depending on the energy or what I'm reading, I can take this, and more so with what came out with this black deck. I'm seeing that as taking the chance, and there's a reason why you guys are feeling this as well. Confirmation. Literally, you know what it did, and you saw how it felt. It literally fell over the challenges and the health. Which means this person, I'm seeing my through thick and thin, or through good times or bad times, that kind of like marriage. It came to my mind. So, but through the challenges, also I'm seeing this as this can be healthy. Or even this person could actually think, I was at my healthiest when I was with this person, emotionally, maybe. Maybe you didn't know that, but for them, maybe they felt at peace, and that's when they felt that they were more, healthy wise. But that literally felt things are about to get serious, and intimacy on the bottom. This is about chemistry and reminiscing. So clearly dreams for this collective. But there was someone else that caused the distance here. Someone was in the middle trying to sabotage this, but they're trying to let go of it. They're trying to make way for this new beginning, the harvest season sign. Making room for the new beginning. Let's get one last one. Well, or two. Pets. Your pets could be acting different, or their pets could be acting differently. I'm also seeing maybe you have certain memories with this person's pet. It's coming to my mind. They're moving on. Confirmation. I feel like they're feeling very emotionally unstable, and they're feeling like it's a waste of time with this person. I want to get one more detail of this someone else. But patience, something that has been brewing for a few months, but this is about just a few more months. Good things come to those who wait. By them moving on, I feel like that's how, them going into that process, that mind process of having patience whenever this is supposed to come. Maybe they're someone who actually believes in divine timing, but sometimes falls short to the negativity, and it's like, oh no, it's been so much, it happens. Unhealed people, that's what happens in your mind frame. You need to reparent yourself. You need to reprogram your mind. But also, what I was hearing with this health wise, I feel like also I'm seeing it more as you guys, how they're perceiving you guys. So maybe they're seeing your socials, really learning from you. Maybe they see you as very healthy, where in the past how I said for you guys, maybe they were thinking, oh, this person can't really change, or oh, I don't really believe in people's change. I feel like maybe this is something, and I'm saying it for a reason. Maybe they're seeing how through your challenges, You've overcome them by taking a healthier route, and maybe that's why they're wanting to learn from this, and that's why they're wanting to make a commitment with you. It's coming to my mind. Get one last one. But they're seeing certain red flags. But this is about finding more information. Don't overwork yourself. I feel this person is very much in their mind with you right now. And you guys as well. Clearly. I was reading your energy and they're still stuck in your energy. Could be going on a vacation, or they could be going on a vacation. And there's a reason why I said reaping what you sow. And we're starting in harvest season. This is the beginning of harvest season, which means we go through that harvest and then we start planting those seeds to be able to make them grow through the year. Plant that seed correctly. All right, seduction, let's confirm. I'm seeing a butterfly again. Every time. Comfort. Phoenix, transforming, rekindling, transforming, growth. Literally what I said before. They could be, I feel like they're transforming this as you have been transforming and healing yourself. There's a reason why I said that. There's a reason why I say everything. But what did I say before as well with that temptation? Maybe you're feeling that magnetic pull and you're not giving into it. So what is it? What's happening energetically? You're sending that frequency. You're sending that energy towards them to help them with their temptations and for them not to give into that magnetic pull as well. Separation. Sunglasses. They're ascending by removing those glasses, changing their perception of the separation. Yes, there could be a little bit of sadness. They could be a little bit unsure of the future, because I did feel that, and a little bit of yearning, but they're really thinking of you is what I feel. But I feel like they're wanting to send this. This is actually what's going on in your energy as well, which means for this right collective, you could be going through a change in your mind frame as well, having to do with transcending the obstacles, learning, expansion, a new phase. Second card of new phases. This is about preparing for union, the ascension, but the sunglasses is about the perception, and the focusing out, the stalking maybe. I do believe that this person could be watching you from the sidelines, but I feel it's more them gathering more information before coming in. But by removing those rose-colored glasses of what this separation really is in the 3D, because we do not have that tangible evidence that it's going to come into fruition, and just, by just changing that mind frame and just believing that if this person is part of your thread, that they will come when they're supposed to come, by releasing and surrendering the time. I feel like you're ascending that. I feel like that's one of your... Clearly, this collective, you're going through a perception shift having to do with that separation, and you're transcending that obstacle by learning it. You're finally learning this is not an obstacle. What is an obstacle is my mind going over and over, having to do with negativity. Confirmation. Clock. So what did you need to heal out? Your chaser, codependent energy. You had to feel your fear of abandonment. Maybe you had a very rough childhood, having to do with parents, or even siblings. You could have had a very rough upbringing, and you could have felt like you were chasing your whole life, and that no one would chase you. That's coming to my mind, but that's what you had to heal. You just needed to heal. You needed to remove this energy. To see yourself as that divine feminine energy who just lets everything come to them by believing and working on themselves, and working through that unconditional love of themselves. Kisses. Unconditional love, learning from the past. That unconditional love is not for the external, it's for the internal. First is the internal, and through that internal is how we can actually teach what unconditional love is. Because if we are talking about unconditional love, but we ourselves aren't in that energy, or aren't in that mind frame of unconditional love towards ourselves, by putting up the boundaries, by setting the limits, by doing what is best for us, by focusing on the healthier choices for us, then it's kind of like hypocrisy in that sense. How can you teach someone love if you're not putting that love into yourself? You know what I mean? Sign. Healthier choices. Healthier choices over this heartbreak. Making healthier choices, focusing on your self-love instead of focusing on the separation sign or focusing on that breakup or grieving or mourning. And I understand that and I am an avid, is it how you say it? Avid believer? I can't remember how you say that, but I'm a true believer in that we need to go through the emotion to be able to understand it, transmute it, and release it. But we need to go through the emotion. We need to feel the emotion. So this grieving, this mourning, but it's also so that it's more so for our brain to understand, okay, we are sad, but that doesn't stop our whole life because we're sad. It's learning to tame that emotion in the sense of, yes, I'm feeling this, but I won't let it hold me down or hold me back into what I need to do. You know what I mean? And that's what I feel like you've been focusing on. Trying to remove that grief, the loss, the emotion of that grieving and loss, really transmuting and letting it go, moving on from it. By what? Putting self-love toward yourself. By what? Taking care of yourself. By trying to be happier. Focusing on things that do make you happier. Focusing on the energies that do make you happier. Removing yourself from energies that make you sad, that make you feel dense, that make you feel, sign. Focusing on the happier. Making the healthier choices in love and in life by loving yourself first. And that is absolutely beautiful. And I feel like that is actually what you are now putting the seeds into this new harvest season, and it's helping this person overcome it as well. Starting to see themselves that way as well. They're healing their heart in that sense as well. Fine. Okay, let's get one last one of your energy or your focuses, and then we'll break it down. Yes, be lighthearted, finding things out as well, but adapting. Literally. Very, very nice. But this is about things coming to light as well. Wedding rings. And what did I say? Through thick and thin, kind of like when you're saying your vows at the beginning. Union, wedding, married, soul connection, eternal love, everlasting promise. I feel something beautiful is about to happen for this collective. Something you felt like would never arrive. But don't believe that. Believe in and you know what? It's like believe in the impossible, but I don't like to say the word as impossible. I like to say the word as I am possible. I'm possible. Which means you are unlimited. You can do whatever you want and whatever you set your mind to. Alrighty. Before I get into this connection, I want to first get into you guys. I want to see universal because I feel like there's a major shift for this collective. So I want to see universally what's going on with you guys. What is the universe preparing you for, or what or what is happening currently? You know what? No. University. Whoa. Too many, guys. Too many. But that was fate. Oh, crap. I feel the need to read these, though. This is wisdom, courage, cleansing and clearing, red flags, and this is about soul connections. So by cleansing and clearing out the red flags, internal red flags, or traumas or anything that holds us back or we haven't been paying attention. I feel you're calling in your soulmate, but let's really get into it. Alrighty, this collective, what is currently going on universally for this particular collective? What is the universe orchestrating right now for this collective? Oh, beautiful. Remover of obstacles through activation. Love that. Chaser energy. You guys got the union and music. All right, so we have Archangel Michael. He is our biggest protector. He removes the obstacles that are keeping us from our highest timelines, from our highest self, from our true connection with source. You know, he removes anything and everyone who does not serve us at that moment, and then he removes everything and everyone who is blocking what is supposed to be, you know, aligned. Activation, more activation. I love that. You guys got union, but I feel like it's, I want to confirm this chaser energy, because I feel like that's what you're removing. And again, it could be that your chaser energy, I did say that you've been getting certain dreams maybe of this person and wanting to reach out. So maybe there are certain chaser patterns, or there's a certain energy having to do with this chaser where that has been activated, to see if you give into that magnetic pull of that chaser, or do you really believe that you are that divine feminine, and are you in that energy of being in your stillness and letting everything come in when it's supposed to? Are you going to give in into that chaser energy is what I'm feeling. You could be having certain signs, you could be getting a lot of signs with music having to do with your empowerment, or also I'm hearing like certain songs that having to do with your love story is what I'm hearing. You know, those songs that are very, you know, that resonate with your love story perfectly, or you certain parts of the song is like so, it resonates so much. It's not coming from a thought pattern, remember that, it's your intuition. If you're not feeling overwhelmed whenever you do hear these songs, you could feel a little bit of nostalgia maybe, but I'm seeing that music, the universe is sending you a lot of signs through music having to do with maybe this union, but also the union with yourself. And as I'm saying it, new love, new and improved sign, butterflies. And again, we did get that, how I saw the butterfly. You could be seeing a lot of butterflies as well. Alrighty, Archangel Michael, what is sign? What is he doing? He's activating action. He is removing the obstacles that are supposed to, any obstacle that is blocking whatever is supposed to be aligning with you right now. Sign. That was amazing. That flew away. Activated. The one. So this could be your person's activation as well. And you know what? This is kind of like the spread that we had with that black deck. The seduction, the third parties, whatever was blocking your connection, was blocking the action towards your connection. That, what did it have to do? They had to heal it out. What the separation, the activation, your guys' activation into finding yourselves as well, but it's now activating this person. Why? Because this collective, you came into a, this is amazing. I'm loving this. Which means this collective, again, as I was saying, because like my brain literally just turned off right now, and I'm staring at my bring love into the situation, New Moon in Aquarius. So Aquarius season could have been very pivotal for you guys, but I feel like this collective, you've come to a closing of a big cycle where it's kind of like you're in that rewriting history, but again, putting the seeds in the right way. Chaser. Confirmation! Sign! Confirmation! What did I say? The universe is activating this chaser energy for you to believe, stay still in your divine feminine energy, and just let it come to you. Sign. Music. What did I say with this? Your love story. Do not make it fit. You are getting signs having to do with music, which make you resonate with this person. You could have allocated certain songs, which the universe could be actually sending you as signs for when your person is thinking about you, or for when, you know, they're on the same frequency as you. It's coming to my mind. Wow. Union. You got double union. You got union. What is it doing? Union. Believe in your love story. I'm smelling union. I didn't want to say it, but I am smell like this is like the biggest confirmation ever. And more so with this. Believe in your story. Do not fall. Don't. This is actually beautiful. And you know what I'm seeing with this union? I'm seeing this union with yourself as well, which means, again, you've gone through your, it's been a long time since your healing journey. Wow. Let's get one last one. The wedding rings. Here comes the bride, I hear. That's universally. Side note. Wow. Wow. Alrighty. Let me get these. I want to get these. Yeah, I want to get these, and then I want to get your emotions and maybe get you some surrender cards. Alrighty. Universal message for this collective. What advice do they need to hear? Don't have any expectations. Just let it flow. Let it come to you. You're being granted a key. Through your stillness, that panther energy. Be still. And don't have any expectations. Just, you're transforming. Sign. Another transformation. 22. You could be seeing 222 a lot, which is unexpected miracles. And 34 and 234. You could be seeing consecutive numbers. That's alignment. Turning into that butterfly. And how funny that I had that butterfly flying around in my patio. You got surrender to receive. Stop it. Number 2. 222 is important for this collective. Don't make it fit. You're claiming your power. Change that perception. Again, no expectation, and change that perception. How you were able to heal, this person is able to heal as well. Don't have any expectations. Let go of the past. Bury it. You are both two different energies. New and improved. That new love. Focus on your service work. It's activating more into this. Also, 14th of the 2nd, 21st of the 2nd, 22nd of the, and confirmation. February could have been a very big month for this collective, Aquarius energy. And how funny that, yeah, Aquarius energy is 14th, 21st, and 22nd. You could be an Aquarius, actually. But yeah, write these down and see what memories come up with having to do with these dates, because I feel like they're very important. No expectation. Magnetism through gratitude. Just keep focused on, what you do have and being grateful for what you do have. Sitting in that emotion as well of having everything that you want also helps. By sitting in that emotion, by believing that you already have everything that you want. What is the universe going to give you? More stuff, not more stuff, but keep aligning you to what you're supposed to be aligned. If you keep on being negative, if you are focused on what you don't have, what is the universe going to do? They're going to show you what you don't have. Metamorphosis. But this, I love it because it's literally pouring into your cups for me. This is kind of like that 3 of Cups with yourself, that soul connection with yourself. All right, Metamorphosis. And you know what? I woke up today and I was like, I have to do a reading, but I do not feel connected. And then it just hit me. I was like, wait, today is the 1st of April. There's a reason why maybe I wasn't feeling connected. I'm needing to, maybe start a new branch, it's coming to my mind. Maybe that's what also something that happened to you guys. You went through that moment where you were like feeling a little bit disconnected. And then, once you ignited that connection, it started to flow, literally as it happened with my reading right now. Seeing outside the box and seeing the immense growth that you've gone through, you know, that's important for the right collective. Metamorphosis, it came to my mind for a reason, so maybe it's something that's happening with you guys. Metamorphosing, getting an unknown gift, and having inner conflict resolutions. By resolving the conflict within yourself, you're gaining a new gift, is what I'm hearing with this. You're transforming it. Again, reaping what you sow. Sign. Hold on. Sorry, my ex-husband is supposed to bring my kids today from school, and it's almost about to be that time, so I'm like looking at my phone. Surrender to receive. Clearly a reason why I'm needing to get that surrender cards. Your quantum sign. Harvest season. Sign. 636 could be an angel number maybe you might be seeing or need to look up. But surrendering to receive your quantum jumping. You could have seen a cricket as well. And it's and another butterfly, literally. And it's whenever I see this, every time I see this card, I see the balancing of that yin and yang, that divine masculine and divine feminine, that internal yin and yang. And by being in that balanced state and focusing on paying attention to my intuition and my vision, just believing in my vision, focusing on my vision, luck is always on my side. So what is that happening? That mind frame, that perception of me coming into my balance by following my intuition and being focused on my vision, that surrendering to receive it, you know, I will always have luck on my side. And it's always my intuition and my balanced energy will always help me keep on moving forward into my most abundant timeline. It's coming to my mind. That's very nice. And again, claiming your power. Perception. Your inner truth. Again, sign what I said before. Focusing on your intuition, trusting in your knowing, trusting in your divine guidance, trusting in your intuition, and trusting in your dream. Not your dream, but your vision. Trusting that your vision will come true when it's supposed to come true. Believing in it. Sign. 21st. Get out of your head. If you are overthinking now, biggest thing for this collective, you know, again, there's a reason why the perception came out. So there's something having to do with your mind frame that you're needing to change. You're needing to evolve from what I said before with that black deck as well. Just focus on your inner truth and what you believe to be it's true. You could be seeing a lot of owls as well. 21st of the 7th could be an important date, but just change that perception that what you don't see, it's not real. You know what I mean? There's a reason why I went to that, you know, the evidence of not seeing them growing. Doesn't mean that they're not growing. Just because you can't see it with these eyes, remember, you have to trust this eye. These eyes are that program crap. This eye is your inner truth, your inner knowing. This is the eye that you're always supposed to see from. Service. I was thinking of this card, the claiming, I was like, I feel like claiming your power is going to come out by burying and letting go of what no longer serves you, the past, and limiting beliefs, and anything that makes you doubt in your core, having to do with yourself as well, or even having to do with your magic. Claim your power through your service. And it's so crazy because today, as I was saying it before, I was feeling like so disconnected, and I was like, no. I have to, it's the 1st of April. I need to start putting my seeds in. And when? On the beginning of the year. I have to start doing it the right way. And that's why I ended up, and I didn't have a message. I didn't have any message whatsoever. I just came here and just sat at my altar and started giving you a reading. That's the reason why I'm saying that. You're about to be granted a beautiful opportunity, and you already got the key by releasing the expectations. By releasing the expectations of when it's coming, how it's coming, from who it's coming. By releasing all that 3D aspect and just believing in your inner knowing. Changing that perception of how it's going to come and such. That's how it's going to come. by surrendering to receive as well. And you're about to receive an unknown gift, and I feel it has to do with your magic. Wow. So you know what? I actually, because I want to get into the connection. So I actually first, I want to see universally, magic wise and service wise I want to get it with tarot, what is about to be released. All right, let's see. Whoa. And there it is. You have to, this is coming out like this. I'm putting it upright. You need to change that perspective. And the Fool. There it is. A test of faith, actually. A test of faith if you believe that this can actually be achieved or not. This came out the other way around because I feel like there's still a disunion that you feel. There's still, you could be having certain family problems as well. But certain discords, this is about people divided, 4 of Wands in reverse. But the universe is asking you to have faith, have courage, put up the boundaries you need to put in, have faith that whatever is supposed to happen with this new perspective, this awakening, the surrender, it'll just happen naturally. Take this new beginning, the Fool's journey, the beginning of the journey, the Fool. Jumping into the unknown with total surrender and total belief that your guides will always protect you, that you yourself, through your inner knowing, through your intuition, will always choose the right way. That is how you're having to start this year. Leaping into the unknown without expectation of anything. The first card was the no expectations. Feeling very carefree, not carefree, you know what I mean. But focusing on that new beginning. Start putting those seeds of jumping into the unknown, surrendering, changing that perspective, letting yourself, receive this awakening, releasing, letting go of what no longer serves you, yielding and allowing for what is supposed to be received to come in. You know what? I feel like maybe this is actually something that is making you, maybe not have faith. The fact that this never came in. So again, there's a reason why I say everything. Don't focus on that external. Focus on the internal. Remember, you've been focused on healthier choices in love and in life. It's not that this isn't there. It's just that you're needing to turn it around with your perspective. If you keep on believing that this is always going to lead to discord, this is always going to lead to certain family problems as well. This is always going to lead to disunion, or you're always going to feel a lack of support from this person, or you're always going to feel this unwelcoming energy. What are you going to project? Exactly that energy. But if you focus on that community support, that service sign, the union within yourselves. This is about, yes, lovers returning and homecoming, but celebration party and a wedding and sign. You guys did get that wedding rings and also the married in this SJ Oracle deck sign. It's something that they're wanting to release for you, but you're just needing to change your perspective. And literally it was so funny because I literally have them like this, and this one is on its own. So I feel like for this collective, having to do with your journey, having to do with your magic, having to do with your service work, you have total belief here. You can change that perspective, but this is the only thing that is holding you back, I feel. Let's confirm this one. You're going through a new timeline is what I'm hearing. There it is. Manifest your dreams the right way. 3 of Wands. So manifesting big developments, travel for pleasure. You guys got vacation. It could be that you're about to travel, but there is a progress. You know how? You need to change that mind frame. Change it. And this is another have faith. How you had faith in yourself, have faith in your love story. Luck is on your side. You have a big fat yes. And this is divine masculine energy. But an energy was freedom, optimism, positivity, warmth, vitality, success, truth, big fat yes. Just trust. Trust. Don't focus on the lack of growth or lack of efforts. Don't focus on, the stagnancy or how it wasn't worth it, or it wasn't worth your effort. It was worth every single part of your effort. And you're going to see it once it comes in. But you need to believe. You need to let go of that 3D. All right, let's confirm these. The Fool. I feel like the Hierophant or the High Priestess is about to come out. Empress energy for sure. So dark to light, a few days. So something having to do with this journey, with your magic, with your service, a few days. So act now. Fresh starts, awakening sign under the Fool. Awakening under the spring. Could be spring on your side. Here we're coming into, today is the first day of autumn, I think, where I'm living. I live in Argentina. So here's the first day of autumn. I think in the States, like in the upper hemisphere, or however it is you say it, you guys are coming into spring. So it could be sign. Hangman. Wheel of Fortune. Yield, let go of whatever is beyond your control. Whatever challenges you are feeling that are arising, whatever external forces you are seeing, let go of them. You're getting karmic lessons on it. There's a big push happening right now. You're getting a lot of lessons of letting go and allowing and surrender. Literally, this collective, there's something having to do with your perspective that you are under Wheel of Fortune energy. There's something very divinely guided having to do with your perspective. There's a reason why you're feeling this way right now. I feel you could be feeling like this. There's certain upheavals. No, let them go. Whatever is out of your control should be out of your mind. Whatever is putting you in a negative state, feel it to see what it is. Maybe if it's something having to do with wounds, or what it's having to, where is it, situated, energy, like when through your signs, your body signs. Our emotion is our biggest sign. If you're feeling overwhelmed, it's a big red flag. If you're feeling content and happy, that's an alignment. But you're needing to let go. There's something faded you're needing to let go of. And I feel it has to do with those expectations and that perception. Don't make it fit. And this collective, you would know that. There's a reason why you have a test of faith here, a 9 of Wands, having to be in this courageous energy, having to, really focus on your boundaries, focusing on your determination, your faith, your endurance, holding the line, having to do with your vision, your persistence, and maintaining that vision, and manifesting exactly what you want. Letting go and allowing whatever's supposed to align. 9 of Wands. High Priestess. And it's High Priestess in reverse. This is about being disconnected. Again, this collective, there's something about this. You're not feeling connected right now. But don't keep it all in. Express it. There's something that maybe, I feel this collective, something, whatever has to do with the test of faith and having courage and having the boundaries is having to do with you maybe going over certain things that are being kept in the dark or have been kept in the dark, focusing on those 3D aspects, literally that perspective, whatever is missing out information and whatever you feel isolated from, the certain secrets. Don't focus on your on your suppressed intuition. Focus on what your body is feeling. Have courage, have faith that whatever is aligning with you, it's for a reason. It's because you are strong and you are a High Priestess energy. Someone who is very connected. Don't let the 3D aspect, your perception, don't let your mind take over and not let you see through this eye because you're wanting to see through these eyes. There's a reason why I'm saying that. Let's get one more for High Priestess. See, out of ideas forming, pessimism, self-limiting. There's a perception. You're needing to change that perception and have the faith. Have faith. Find a new path if you need to. Redirect that energy. Transmute it if you need to transmute it. If you're having a lot of pessimistic ideas or you're having a lot of negative energy that you feel within yourself, if you have High Priestess, that means you're an oracle. High Priestess for me is oracle. You do this in some sort of way or form. So if you're feeling that, what is it in your service that there's a reason why it came out for that. What is it in your service that you're needing to be of service of? Focus on the wrong things. Focus on the right things. Focus on that success. You're about to gain your victory. Be proud of the achievements that you do have. Confirmation again. Magnetism. Focus on the beautiful milestones you did have through this whole journey that have led you to be the person you are today. Again, magnetism through gratitude. And having faith. Have faith. You have 2, 3. You have 4 major arcanas and 6 cards. 4 major arcanas. Very connected collective. You just need to believe. Need to believe in your vision. Let's get some. Hold on, because I wanted to get the. Believe in your service. Let's get your. Let's get 3 emotions that you could be going through right now, and then I'm gonna get 3 surrender cards to confirm each emotion and how you can surrender certain things to be able to release those emotions if you're needing to release. All right. This collective's current emotion. Current emotion. Everything I say is for a reason. Patience. Clearly, this collective, patience was the biggest one. What did I say? We have patience, regrets, and relationships. What is the biggest thing that is blocking this collective? It's the 3D aspect of the relationship you have with this person because you haven't had the tangible evidence of this coming in. You're not believing in your vision. You're about to miss a very beautiful chance if you don't change that perspective. There's a reason why this reading is coming to you. There's a reason why I'm needing, anyways, without how I was feeling connected, because I was feeling disconnected, I was having to do a reading anyways. Working through your service. All right. What do they need to... This is about accepting everything in divine timing as well. And my candle is going... All right, let my candle just stop doing that thing. I was waiting for this to save so I can show you. But seriously, look at that. Can you guys see that? Well, stop now. But see, look. It's like you guys are highly connected right now. Just need to believe. Even though you feel disconnected a little bit right now. All right, what is this collective need to surrender? Having to do with patience. I feel like these are the biggest emotions that you're receiving now because the universe is wanting you. Surrender your need to always be right. Clearly, this is maybe blocking that patience as well. Giving others the gift of letting them be right. Be yielding, not rigid. Again, yield, that hangman energy. Not rigid. This will help resolve conflicts and improve your relationships. And what is one of the biggest thing, your inner conflict resolution, having to do with relationships? Sign. It's not about being right. Regret. Surrender fear. Sign. A lot of solar plexus, willpower. Let go of the fearful stories you are telling yourself. Stay in the moment, focus on solutions, and celebrate every baby step forward. The milestones. Why have regret when you can see the growth you've had? How can you regret that? You know what I mean? Be grateful. Relationships. Whoa. This is crown chakra. Surrender to miracles. Surrender to believing. Confirmation. Believe. Remember, this is about you are attracted to those people who serve your highest good. So if the universe is aligning you, wouldn't you think that it's because they're supposed to align you with that energy? And maybe finally it is time to start this journey, to start this new chapter in this new energy, with this new energy being this person as well. It's coming to my mind. But be open to miracles occurring in your life. feel and know that these events are real. Let go of any resistance and banish any doubt that miracles can happen. You guys are in that unicorn energy. I can already feel it. You know what? We're going to get that. Let's see. What animal, spirit animal, is this collective embodying right now? The whale. This is beautiful. This is about going deep into your emotions. Tiger, courage, and the beaver. She's the builder as well for me. Focus on your happiness. Go deeper and see within what is it that you're needing to release is what I'm feeling with this. Go deep into those emotions. I was seeing my stand still as well. Stay still. Don't act. Be still. You are no longer in chaser energy. You are in attracting energy. Be still and see the world around you. You're transforming. You're going through a rebirth period. Have strength and courage. You can do this. I really thought you just gotta trust, guys. All right, you guys, you've got it. If the universe is aligning you, it's for a reason. And that was beautiful energy that the universe was trying to align you with as well. Hangman, the Fool. That's literally leaping into the unknown and having full faith through your inner knowing, through trusting the universe that they will always have your back. And trusting that everything will be okay. You just need to change that perception. Alrighty then. Okay. I want to see this person now. Let's get this person. I want to see their true, I want to see their what they're wanting to say to you. Well, they did get talking, but yeah, let's just get what they're wanting to say to you. What is this person on this beautiful collective's mind wanting to say to this collective? Genuinely wanting to say to this collective. Magical and powerful, the first one. So they feel you connected. I used to limit my goals and place myself in a box based on what I was told I was capable of. This is beautiful, actually. Since meeting you, my views have expanded and I'm trying to dream big. Because of you, I know I deserve more. You are teaching this person through your own magic about self-worth, self-love, self-care, believing in themselves, believing in their vision. So why would you doubt yours? Look what's connecting to this. 28, they could be 28, you could be 28. 28th of this month, maybe. The 28th of settling. That's that 3D aspect. What you guys are focused on now too. I know I'm not happy, but I feel I have no way out. I just can't walk away from my duties and the one I am with, even if I'm not entirely happy. Why? Because they still have a little bit of self-doubt. And it's so crazy because the first card is so magical, so powerful, so in belief of how they are growing and evolving because of you, because of what you're doing as well, because of your service work, because of your energy, because of your projection. Look what your projection can do. Sign. Instead of just believing. 67. 6th of the 7th, 7th of the 6th could be an important date. 8th of the 2nd, 2nd of the 8th. They're going through a dark night of the soul, a removal. There's a reason why you guys are feeling them as well. Also, number 3, expansion energy, divine feminine energy. Maybe they're needing to be, again, what you guys maybe need to change that perspective with, and that magnetism through gratitude, I don't chase, I attract, being nurturing towards yourself, not being hard on yourselves. Not focusing so much on that 3D aspect. I'm fighting my demons and re-examining my actions. This is good. It is life-altering and also extremely painful. At times I fight against the changes, but I know it must happen for me to evolve. Divine masculine energy. They're trying to work on their divine masculine, but they're desensitizing maybe right now. Or they're going through that removal. I intuitively put that under that dark night of the soul. It could be that maybe that's what they're removing as well. But the pain of our separation is tearing me apart. I don't know how to handle my feelings and emotions. Instead of working through the pain, I use and take whatever helps me numb the emotion. So this person is not only going through a removal of a layer, they're also going through removal of certain addictions or addictive tendencies or anything that may have, hindered their intuition, or it's literally that seduction, the third party, the addictions, confirmation. I do feel like they are working through their divine masculine energy, but they're still not quite there yet. But whatever you're doing, projecting wise in a positive way, it's going to be projecting onto them in a positive way, and it's clearly it's making them reflect. So clearly they are changing as you are. They're growing as you are. But I'm working on my divine masculine side. I need to be more assertive, confident, and speak up for myself. I can no longer bow out of things and situations when I become fearful, but fight for what I love, and that is you. I feel like they're gaining strength with this, and it makes sense with that courage when, these came out. But, sign. I feel like this person is wanting to chase you. Okay, let's get settling. Because I feel like through your tower moments, they're understanding that this energy is no longer serving them. It's only going to give them even more tower moments, even more destruction, because they're needing to, this can't be fixed anymore. They need to destroy to be able to release and to be able to build in a much stable foundation. 32. So you got number 40, 35, and 32. I feel my life is falling apart and being pulled apart. And they're going through a dark night of the soul at the same time. So they could be having real external towers having to do with certain settling patterns. But also emotional towers having to do with their self-worth and also, wanting to focus on their own happiness, how you guys are doing right now. I feel my life is falling apart. No matter what I try to build, things keep crumbling all around me. Because why? They're trying to build on something that has to do with settling energy, not, appreciation energy or growth energy. It's, it's what I have, and because I feel comfortable in this, I'm going to stay here. They're getting out of their comfort zone is what I hear with this. I wish you were here to help. You were the only thing that was solid in my life. Confirmation. They're starting to see. They're hoping for a fateful encounter. They're trying, maybe they're really trying to just believe in the divine and that this will align when it's supposed to align. Number one, the moment I laid eyes on you, I knew, I can't explain how I felt, but I knew I was meant to find you. Change your perception. This collective needs to change their perception. You are highly connected right now with your divine, and whatever you're doing, it's projecting onto them and it's helping them grow. Hold on, because my table is like a little bit, hold on. Alrighty. So now I want to get their true emotions, their true feelings towards you. We're going to get these. I want to see how they're genuinely feeling towards this collective. And then we'll get their emotions. Now, you know what? First, I kind of want to see what their emotions are right now and what they're removing with this dark night of the soul. Limiting beliefs. Confirmation. This collective. Limiting beliefs is a block for you guys as well. All right. Person on this collective's mind. What is shadow-wise? What is being released and what is being illuminated at the same time? All right, so this is absolutely beautiful. Shadow-wise, what they're going through and what they're releasing. So the first one is shadow alchemy. So they're alchemizing their shadow. They're transforming, they're transmuting. This is about empowerment and rebirth, what you guys are going through as well. That rebirth, that phoenix energy, they're going through it as well. So imagine, what did I say before? Why would you feel like this person isn't growing when you guys are growing? And if you guys are connectedly, divinely connected through the threads of this universe, why would you think it would project onto them? Again, changing that perception. So turn shadow into gold by shifting your awareness. Sign. Light the darkness, lighting the darkness. This is about darkness cannot dispel darkness, only light can. This is about love, clarity, and awareness, knowing that they need to nurture themselves, really be in that divine feminine energy as well. Maybe we did get divine masculine, but I feel like that's more their action. They're needing also to really tap into their feminine energy so that they can have that compassion towards themselves, they can have that empathy towards themselves, and they can, you know, grow through that self-love that they need to give themselves. Breaking chains out of those self-limiting beliefs. Sign. And what did I say? I saw the unicorn. There it is. So I feel like you're, you know, whatever negative emotion that you're having, it's because I feel like you're absorbing from this person. But maybe this collective, you feel like it's your own energy. And if you are an alchemist, if you are someone who actually does tarot, you know that a lot of the emotions that you do have that are, you know, out of nowhere, if you were like fine, and then this overwhelming state comes over you, it's someone in your collective, someone around you that is needing a clarifying message, that is needing a helpful message, a healing message. That's coming to my mind for, and they could be going through certain anger issues as well now, you know, really certain patterns could be illuminated, certain emotions could be illuminated. I feel like that anger is towards themselves, but your expectations are not met, creating frustration. Express it in a healthy way. So what is this happening? Confirmation to what literally the first card of this deck was: no expectations, release expectations. That is what, like, it's literally like shooting you in the foot. This is about release, growth, and balance. Finding the balance within by trusting in your inner knowing as well, trusting in your vision. So again, feeding projection. Release whatever anger or frustration you have towards this person or towards what has been done in the past in the connection. And confronting their fears. They're going through it. They're really going through it. The cave you fear to enter holds the treasures you seek. Bravery, healing, and reclaiming. This is beautiful. So we have empowerment and rebirth, love, clarity, and awareness, self-limiting beliefs, releasing that, releasing growth and balance, bravery, healing, and reclaiming. So where you guys are claiming your energy, they're doing the same thing. Hold on. I have my phone here. Oh, I thought it was going off. Literally what you guys are going through at the same time in your own way. You're both going through a rebirth period. You're both going through a release to be able to start putting in those seeds to be able to make them grow through the year. There's a reason why I had to make this this reading, but this divine juggling, master different aspects of yourself, both light and dark, and that's literally the union of the light and dark, being able to live with the light and dark. You can't all just be, we cannot have just light or just dark. We need the balance of both. You need to learn how to live with both and not let it overwhelm us. But this is about progress and inner harmony. Inner conflict resolution for you guys, inner harmony for them. Literally. All right, I want to get their genuine emotion. I want to get their emotions now. They're going, confirmation, I feel the regret. Your feeling is because of them. I'm going to feel that's that anger. And there's that butterfly again. As I was saying, they're transforming their regret. That's what they're alchemizing. Knowing that they cannot change the past. They're going through worry. There it is. They're going through all of the emotions is what I feel. But they're focusing on their purpose, you know, why they were here, why they were created in this world, and trying to be happy. This is very nice. All right, let's confirm these. I want to see what is being granted with this regret by releasing the regret. By understand. Whoa. That was courage and gratitude. Sign. And discipline. A little bit of guilt over the worry because maybe there was a lot done in this relationship, so they're kind of like worried if you're going to listen to them or not is coming to my mind. But, you know, they needing to go through that acceptance of they cannot change the past. They're just needing to release it and learning that you cannot change an outcome, the expectation. All right, regret. Wow. Literally trust and adversity. Trusting in the challenges, trusting in whatever is put in front of us, it's for a higher purpose. Instead of regretting. Everything was meant to happen for a reason. I trust. That's the transition that they're going through. That's what they're rebirthing into this new year. Worry. Whoa. What? All right, let's get worry. Confirm worry. Freeing themselves from the worry, from the havoc in their mind. Because knowing that they possess the power and the free will to create their own happiness. Confirmation. Hold on, because my battery is about to die. Hold on. All right. Sign. Purpose. Changing. They need to change. Everything happens for a reason. Happiness. And also, this is, I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. There's a reason why they're going through that trust. All of the adversity that has happened in my life, all of the challenges that I've had in my life, I need to trust that they were all meant for a reason. They were all to let me grow, help me grow, and to find that happiness within without that external. Understanding that inner harmony is actually the happiness that I wanted. Without judgments, without judging themselves as well. Happiness, everything, everyone that is meant for that comes into my life is for a reason. And also, I do see that as, they understand that you were meant to be in their life for a reason. Hold on. I'm sorry, I have my kids with me now. But this is beautiful, guys. There's understanding coming in this person. You know what I mean? Help them get there energetically. It's not you calling them. No, stay still. It's not you calling them. It's not you contacting them. I do feel like energetically they are reaching out. They are energetically pulling on your thread, just because, again, I'm seeing that love pop, those tower moments, the only thing that they felt that was stable in their life was you guys. I feel like they're really they're seeing you kind of like as a lifeboat or some kind of, a savior, and they're needing to change that perspective into seeing that into themselves. There's a reason why I'm saying that. I feel like they're really calling onto your energy because they need your energy, but this is not the time to get into that magnetic pull. Just release it with love and light. Through releasing it with love and light, you are already helping them energetically. They have to go through this to be able to evolve. Let's get one last one. Same one you guys got. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. Again, confirmation with that happiness and that friendship. They understand everyone in their life that comes into their life from now on even is people who are to serve their higher good even if they're karmic energies. They have a focus that anybody who is approaching them, that anybody who or any situation that approaches them or aligns with them, it's for a higher purpose. It's for them to evolve and to grow through love and unconditional love of themselves. But, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Positivity. Remember, power of projection. Alrighty. I kind of want to see with these. Hold on, let me put these away. I want to see with these how they're viewing the connection currently. How is this person viewing the connection with this collective? First one, soul tie. Stop it. I always feel connected. Literally. Very connected to you right now. How is this person viewing this connection? Currently viewing this connection. Oh, there it is, that guilt. But there it is. I love this card. Understanding, sign. They're seeing both sides of the story. Sign, confirmation, what I said before. Unexpected outcome. things didn't go the way I planned, their expectations, that's something that they're needing to release. This collective as well, you're needing to release certain expectations having to do with the 3D. Just trust. They're feeling guilty. I feel pain from the damage I've caused. So what are they doing? They're going into reflection. They're going into reflection of the behavior that they had towards you, which now it's making them feel guilty. Why did I make this? How could I have done this to this person if I love them so much? If I think they are my soul tie, if I feel like they are my soulmate. They're starting to understand it's because I was wounded. I needed to heal. Forgiveness. Feel like this. I'm struggling to get over the past. Confirmation, what they did, how they escaped. But I left when things got hard. I'm intuitively wanting to put this one under that soul tie. I feel like maybe this person has an understanding of the universal flow or universal, magic. I feel like maybe they are learning from you, or there's something having to do with soul energy that they are finally understanding. And it makes sense with what they're feeling currently. It's understanding that everyone is in their life for a reason, understanding that every connection or every situation is in their life for them to be able to evolve. Unexpected outcome. Unappreciated. They could have felt very unappreciated in the past, but you guys could have felt very unappreciated yourselves. But you guys are mirroring your wounds right now. You guys got that mirror card with that black deck. But also, this collective, maybe you think that it wasn't the case, but you cannot change people's perception of how they viewed the relationship. And more so if you guys were in wounded energy. Whenever you are in wounded energy and you start, analyzing certain situations, you analyze them having to do with the pain instead of having to do with the understanding. I want one more for that. Well, that flew away. Literally, understanding, destiny. But they're going through, struggling, finding the right path. Because why? They had an expectation of how this had to go. Because why? They were still tied into the 3D. They weren't releasing. They weren't letting everything flow. But also I do see this as, it was very unexpected that they felt that this was destiny. That this connection was destiny. Guilt. Reflecting on the guilt. Beautiful. Being away from you has allowed me to gain clarity. Sign. That shadow work. Confirmation. Forgiveness. This is beautiful. So through forgiveness, they have hope and belief. I haven't given up on us yet. They're trying to forgive themselves for the past, or you guys, whatever it is that they're trying to forgive. They're trying to release the past and have hope. They're trying to release the past with hope. Escape. They were dishonest with their feelings, that gaslighting energy. Certain values weren't aligning maybe with you guys, but by lying to you, I ripped us apart. But also, I feel like maybe this person in the past was someone who would light up a fire and leave when it was starting to really grow. It's coming to my mind. Values is big for this collective. Certain values weren't aligning with you guys. Let's get one last one of how they're perceiving this connection. But the damage that happened. We are both hurting from this and they know this because they're going through that understanding. They're going through that reflection. That was disagreements. Could have been that you had maybe a little bit of a volatile connection. Alrighty. Now I really want to get how they're genuinely viewing you right now, genuinely feeling towards you currently. And then I want to get from a higher perspective what's going on with that Intuit Tarot, and then we'll get, what's coming for this connection. All right. How is this person, the person on this collective's mind, currently viewing, genuinely feeling towards the collective, currently genuinely feeling towards this collective? Wow. Stop it. You guys got the 3 that they got. Oh, explosion of emotion sign. So you got the red thread bond and the one. But certain temptations are arising. They're in an explosion of emotion right now. They don't know what to feel. But they see you as the end of the red thread. They see you as the one. They saw you as the chaser, but also these literally came out together. The chaser, but now how instead of chasing, you're just letting everything come to you. You're putting belief into this person that it can happen. This is very nice. This is very, I feel like this, the red thread, the one, and the I don't chase, I attract is literally what is holding this person into the only bit of belief that they do have. Alrighty, let's confirm. Love bombing, explosion of emotion over this reunion. So it's bottling up on them. They want to come clean. They want to come forward. But they're still very emotionally ignited with it. Red thread bond. Travel. And you guys got that vacation. Maybe they know that part of their thread, part of your threads or part of their threads is that they're having to travel first. But this is about exploring, retreating, and adventures. Maybe they know that maybe you guys had, moments of speaking of going on trips together and stuff, but it never came into fruition. Literally the outcome, maybe that's what they were expecting. They wanted this adventure with you and it was never really taking off that way, but it was more taking off as, a lot of challenges instead of the adventure. It's coming to my mind for a reason, the one. But you could have also spoken about certain travel plans that you had or wanted to do. Very tempted now. Confirmation. Very tempted now. There's a reason. Sign. There's a reason why I say everything. Let's get one more for temptation. I feel like they're kind of clearing it out, but as long as this collective doesn't give into that magnetic pull, they're finding inspiration. And your strength is what I'm hearing. Your strength. I don't chase, I attract. Following their intuition. Beautiful. Beautiful. This is about consciousness, highest self, and divine connection. This is about the activation of the crown chakra. This is absolute. For this to be that confirmation on with this, I love it. They're following. All right, let's get chaser. That was beautiful. On the same frequency. So you could feel like this person is wanting to change. I said change for a reason. But chase. Feel this person also feels that I feel this person feels you. They're activated. Sign. And they see your activation. Wow. Let's get one more for on the same frequency. Home. Coming back home. I'm hearing that song. I'm coming home. Coming home. Tell the world I'm coming home. Let the rain wash away all the pain from yesterday. I know my kingdom awaits, and in them my mistakes. Can't remember the whole thing, but there's a reason why I could remember that whole part. Remember, your kingdom awaits. Both of you are coming home to yourselves. Sign. Confirmation right there. Let's get one last one. Last one of how they're genuinely feeling towards you. The expectation. And there it is. That is what's holding them back. The expectation. Also, it could be that maybe they're wanting to have your babies. But I'm seeing that as an expectation more so with that what came out with that shadow work and the emotions. But this is beautiful. This is beautiful. They're trying to really stay in belief is what I'm feeling. So again, power projection. What are you needing to do? All right. So now I want to get their true, genuine emotions towards you guys. Their emotions towards you. Person's emotions towards this collective. Envy, forgiveness, and death. That is absolute rebirth energy. Rebirth. I'm literally seeing this as the transition. You guys got envy, forgiveness, and death. Removing envy, jealousy, possessiveness, not seeing themselves as everyone else, but with different challenges, forgiving themselves, forgiving the situation, letting go of the past, going through a death period, rebirth period, phoenix period. Learning that endings are merely new beginnings. Sign. There's certain things that they know that are supposed to end. Understanding. Growth under envy. Expanding their consciousness and their awareness. What are these triggers I'm feeling? What are these emotions that I'm feeling? Beautiful. Forgiveness. From the denial of the connection of themselves even. You know, there's a reason why I said before, I feel like this person understands about soul ties and soul connections with that understanding and that soul tie. So again, there's a reason why I said before, forgiving, you know, the denial of themselves. Maybe they're finally coming into understanding. You guys are the same soul. Twins, you guys are the same soul. Divines. They're changing their perspective. Let's get one more for denial. They're starting to see being proud of themselves, but understand that they love themselves and they see themselves in everyone. Confirmation what I said before. Death. Relationships. Again, there's a death in their perception. There's a death in their mind frame having to do with the connections that they are starting to interact with, or even that are starting to appear in their life. They're finding peace within. They're seeing the peace within, you know, you guys, and it's projecting onto them as well. Let's get one more for relationships. Let's get one more for relationships. Seeing my love card. What was that? Success! Death that this will never work again. Changing their perception. This can work if we want it to work. We just need to grow. And what did I say? I was seeing my love card. Sign. They love you. Unconditional love. But this is about committing to the practice of seeing the good in all things, the positive in all things, the glass half full, not the glass half empty. Beautiful. All right. Let's see what they're needing to surrender. Let's get some surrender cards for the person on this collective's mind. What they're needing to surrender. Maybe it would be so funny if it comes out. Surrendering their low self-esteem, their insecurities, surrendering their ego. Another butterfly, as I'm saying that, they could be transforming that. I do feel like they're transforming that. But cultivate gratitude. What you guys are doing, magnetism through gratitude. Be of service to others, you guys with your service, and come from their hearts. A big ego can work against you. The humility will further your goals. Surrendering their self-esteem. You deserve success, love, and abundance. Maybe this is something that for a long time, again, that death energy, for a long time they thought that it would never happen for them, that they were just doomed to live an unfulfilling, love-wise life. They would never find that person that would make them sparkle. Set an intention to identify and release any remains of low self-esteem. But also, I feel like it's them. I feel like they're going through that realization that it's not the external. There's a reason I'm saying this. I feel like it's that seeing the low self-esteem as, you know, seeing themselves and loving themselves unconditionally. Understanding that you do not need an external to feel fulfilled or loved. Surrendering their unhealthy relationships. Let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. I feel like maybe that's what they're going through as well now. You deserve to be treasured by others and to be surrounded by positive people. Surrender their fear. They need to surrender their fear. Alrighty. Let's get these from a higher perspective. What is going on in this connection? And then we'll get tarot. We'll get some patterns. The first one to turn around. Patterns. Number 4. My inner child was wounded when my parents couldn't respond to me in the way I needed them to. Expectation. That's how the expectation was generated. I am reacting from that wound. 4. You are my true love, my heart, and my soul. So you could be seeing 44 a lot, but also 44 for me, my universal truth is divine masculine energy. And it's 244 right now, and 33 on my battery. Inner union. Karmic ties. I've been giving my power away to people in my life. I'm learning to set boundaries. You guys as well. Sign. Number 7, lucky number 7. You could be seeing 447. It's a lot mirroring. Stop it. Number 9. Our inner child, our inner children are crying right now. We both need to comfort them and become their parents. So both of you do not make it fit. And we did get that. Both of you are going through inner child healing. That abandonment that maybe you're starting to release that. Both of you are needing to, and for those to be the first and the last card, inner child healing, there's, again, confirmation there's something very big that is being released within you, both your energies. There's a reason why you're so connected right now. Patterns. So 4th of the 11th, 11th of the 4th, but telepathic messages under this, my inner child was wounded. I close my eyes and imagine you're here with me. It feels so real. I'm beginning to understand this is what it means to be with you in the 5D. Union. Another telepathic message is you are highly connected. And 11th of the 4th or 4th of the 11th is important. I want to talk to you, but I'm not sure I'm ready to share everything and give you the answers you deserve. Sign. There's a reason why you're feeling them so intensely. Karmic ties. Another karmic tie. Another 4. 4th of the 7th, 7th of the 4th. My or your children need to come first. A lot of inner child healing going through this collective and this person. Trust that they are part. Maybe you have kids or they have kids, but this is also about our inner children need to come first. We have 3 cards of inner child. 3 cards of having to do with, I feel like, a core wound that you guys are needing to heal out. I want one more for this. What is it, the core wound? Can we get a core wound, maybe? Twin flames, we are here to ascend and help others to do the same. Believing in yourselves is what I'm feeling with that. But I feel like I don't deserve your love. There it is, believing in yourselves. I'm seeing that as that core wound, maybe. You know, maybe you felt like maybe part of your wound is having to do with maybe your parents or whoever was parenting you at that time. I'm seeing like having to do with your magic or having your power, and also the belief in yourself that you can overcome anything and you can, you know, create anything. I feel like something core in belief is being, you know, activated so that you can finally release those limiting beliefs or whatever it is that is keeping you stuck. Both of you are going through this. That these are like, I've never seen so many cards of inner child healing in one same spread. So under mirrors, we have 2 cards. So we have number 7 and another 9. So we have 2 7s, 4 4s, 2 7s, 4 4s, and 2 9s, and 1 11, and 1 6. All right, so my inner child, we need to comfort them. Don't judge this, just surrender. Messages of trust, sign. I know it's triggering, but from a higher perspective, it's clearing energy and bringing us closer together, sign. Whatever you are releasing having to do with your inner child, it's creating that harmonious environment for you to come in together into union. Sign. Literally, the universe brought us together for a reason. I'm discovering what those reasons are. Confirmation. Last one. Karmic past lives are influencing our connection. I've lost you in other lifetimes, and that makes me afraid. That's where that fear comes from. Again, are we going to repeat the same pattern? I need to heal the grief to allow love to bloom. Beautiful, beautiful. And 8 karmic energy, karmic retribution. That's very nice, guys. Again, believe in yourselves mostly. Believe in yourselves and in your vision. Don't. All right. So now we're going to get tarot for your connection. Let's get dice and let's see how far ahead the universe wants us to look into. Like tap into. If 6 comes out, it's months. If anything else is weeks. How far ahead do you want me to tap into, Spirit, for this connection? What is happening? 7. So 7 weeks. Lucky number 7 as well. All right. Next 7 weeks. Your connection. What is maybe the action? This person's inspired action towards you. How they're coming. Let's see. So hold on. I want to, because I'm liking doing like literally one spread and then getting tarot with it because it gives me more clarity for some reason. All right. So let's get these. And I want to see this person's inspired action towards this collective in the next 7 weeks and how they're coming in. I think that was wedding rings. And I think that was wedding rings. I swear. I need to see. Oh, palm tree. That's good. All right. So stability for sure. Outdated thinking. Certain events were playing in their head in this next 7 weeks. Next 7 weeks. What's this collective? Okay. Oh, love bombing energy. Okay. I need to confirm this. Because I'm seeing this as, you know, speaking about this behavior. They're going into reflection. I want one more for Golden Mirror. Let's confirm that Golden Mirror. I'm seeing that as what they're reflecting on. Welcoming love. That's what. But literally, this Golden Mirror. That's love. It's taking me to that love bombing card for this deck. Of that explosion of emotion of you guys being the one. And this is about welcoming love, meeting the one, opening their heart. So changing that mind frame of the narcissism, the self-absorbed also. Again, confirmation, the perception. You guys got soulmates. So clearly this person sees you as that soul tie. This is the third confirmation of that. And love call. Someone wants to express their love. Thinking of you and wanting to let you know, and progression arriving, sailboat. So I feel like they feel that there's something very fated about to happen for this collective. All right, but they're focusing on the stability and the permanence and the growth in this. For this one to be the first one, I love that. All right, let's confirm next 7 weeks for this collective. This person's inspired action towards this collective, and this connection. Oh, giving and receiving. Okay. Hold on. Let's get one more. Whoa. All right. So we have from Page of Wands. There's still a little bit. They're redirecting their energy. Because I wasn't seeing that lack of self-confidence. This is about redirecting their energy and finding a new path. I feel like that's having to do with that stability and that palm tree. There's, again, changing the mind frame. 6 of Coins upright. Giving and receiving exactly the same. Balance, generosity, kindness, accepting, equal give and take, being valued. You have new moon, manifesting desires. And if I'm not mistaken, the new moon is like a couple of days away. But a month or next new moon, a change in direction, setting your intentions, a new cycle beginning, sign. Don't give up, germination. Don't give up, germination. There's still something having to do with the judgment. I'm putting this upright because I feel like they're going to, I feel like this person is going to take, and again, this is about forgiveness and awakening, but their mission and rebirth energy. I do feel that rebirth energy within them. They're heeding the call. They're going through a new spiritual story in themselves. And Page of Swords, the mental agility, the communication sign with that love call energy, but fairness as well. Could be a little bit guarded, but Aquarius energy. I feel it has to do a lot with how you are going to, not how you're going to respond in what the action is, but are you going to be showing yourself in a vulnerable state if you need to, or are you going to keep your emotions hidden? Are you going to put that mask on that you have been for so long wanting this person to take off? It's coming to my mind. It's coming to my mind. Page of Wands. Where is this redirection of this energy? Find in perfect balance. So literally, you guys saw how that turned around, right? Perfect balance. Redirecting it as finding a new path in balance. harmoniously, patiently, alchemizing, focusing on inner peace and purposefulness. That's beautiful. That's how they're changing that direction. That's how they're changing the energy. They're not seeing the chaos in it. They're not wanting the chaos in it. They're projecting in a positive way. Six of Coins. There's a reason, and this is about balance as well. So a lot of balance. Moon, their emotions. This is what they're about to speak about as well. Maybe how they were, this misconception that they had about you, or the connection, the uncertainty that maybe they felt with this connection at times, how they were unstable in the past, and they're wanting this balance. How also that give and take was not stable at all. But yeah, certain anxieties that they had, the illusions that maybe they felt, certain dreams that they had as well. I want one more for the moon. Yes, coming with the Ace of Wands. So this is about a new passion for love and life. It's about fertility as well, but go for it. I feel like they're very action prone right now with what they're wanting, having to do with an equal give and take. They're not wanting that instability anymore. Aries energy, new moon, manifesting your desires. And also Wands is magic. So this is remembering the past memories, someone returning from the past with certain nostalgia. This is the germination. But whatever they were inflexible with, maybe a certain father issue arises, but how they had the lack of control. I want one more for that. That's the Emperor in reverse, but I want one more for that. And then discipline. Hold on. Yes, good things take time. How they need to release the control and just, set the intention and release it into the universe, and it'll come back when it's supposed to. That I don't chase, I attract sign. Patience, confirmation, patience. Harvest and ripen as well. Coming into fruition as well. I feel like maybe they feel something is, again, confirmation of what I said before. Releasing the control and releasing the expectation. That is very, very nice. I feel like that could have been one of their intentions. Judgments. A balance. Very balanced with their judgments. But literally under this judgment, whatever they're rebirthing, having to do with their own balance, balancing themselves out, their yin and yang energy. Quick decisions as well through this balance, through this rebirth. Maybe they were an avoidant in the past, and now they're rebirthing into someone who is very driven and action prone, very divine masculine energy, that they adapt, how they know how to prioritize. Page of Swords. So by coming in with communication, by thinking first and then acting, by having this mental agility as well, but being fair is what I'm hearing. Disaster averted, a near miss. They're going through that's the internal tower as well, but also they're ahead of their tower is what I'm hearing. This is nice. They're ahead of their tower, and it's creating this new beginning sign. New beginning on offer, flourishing, meeting someone new or someone energetically new. Stability, security, abundance, and potential. I got one more. Last one for this connection. So if the Lovers comes out, I'll die. There's still some controlling issues that they're needing to release, but which means that this collective, there's some certain control. This is you needing to release. Again, remember that the biggest thing for this collective and for this person, expectation, and not being able to control, needing to release and let everything attract through the threads. Releasing fear, releasing limiting beliefs, releasing whatever is hindering your growth, to be able to attract that beautiful abundance that you are about to receive, and letting go of the past. Biggest thing for this collective, release expectations, release the fear, Just believe in your vision, in your power, in your glow. Just believe and release. This will come when it's supposed to come. And I will say, because this Ace of Wands, the passionate start, I would, refrain from starting passionately first. I would, start with a good communication. My advice. My advice. My advice. But yeah. Start slow. Communicate in an efficient way through love, understanding, and also follow your intuition. There's a reason why I say everything. If you're feeling overwhelmed with the situation, it means your intuition is telling you, do not engage here. You are emotionally ignited. This is not the moment. Retreat. Express maybe that you are emotionally ignited and that you're needing to, just release this for now. And until you have, until you're in a calm, collected state, you will revisit this conversation. But I would not get it physical with this person anytime soon yet. You guys are needing to first really prepare that foundation that you guys are wanting to build from. And I'm saying that for a reason. All right. Let's confirm that love reading. So we have attraction, give your relationship a chance, and free yourself. Free yourself from the shackles. Break that chain. Break free from the chain. All right. So under attraction, flirts, and just, playfulness is what I'm seeing. Give your relationship, and even start as friends if you need to. Give your relationship a chance. Release the deception. You can't do anything about the past right now. It's done. Everything that, these few seconds where I said you can't do anything about the past now, I can't do anything about it now. It's already fleeted. Release. Free yourself, children, but inner child healing. And again, that unicorn. Believe. Free yourself from that 3D aspect that is trying to get you not to believe. Okay, let's get last one. And also, believe like a child. That came to my mind, having to do with belief and the magic and everything. There's a reason why I said it before with this collective and when we got this deck. This collective, there's something about your imagination. There's something about your mind that has always been magical. And I feel like because you didn't you weren't validated with your parents or with, people around you of, this is real. You started to question yourself. You started not to see yourself. You started to release the magic because you weren't seeing it. Because other people were telling you that it didn't exist. It's coming to my mind. Believe like a child again. There's a reason why they're activating your inner child's wounds. It's to release what is keeping you from that inner child, coming out in a healthy way. I'm a huge advocate of letting our inner children come to play. There's a reason why that attraction and that flirt play. Let your children come out. Nurture them, parent them, how you would have liked to been parented. All right, let's get one last one to confirm your love connection. That whole reading. You're calling in your soulmate. Sign. Release. This is true love. It is safe for you to love. You just need to build that beautiful foundation for this to work. It can work. Once you release those limiting beliefs. Let's get these to confirm that full reading. Let's get a couple. This is the only one I'm getting. Surrender to the divine. Confirmation. Surrender to the divine full moon. Surrender to the divine. Your hard work is paying off. That's all I'm going to give you for this collective. This collective and this person, clearly, and I feel like more this collective than this person, surrender to the divine. That's it. All right, guys. That full reading resonated. Full reading resonated. I'm not going to get initials. We're just going to get these and we're going to get dice. Whoa. You guys got my engagement ring. Confirmation. Get ready. So we have X. X marks the spot. Sign. 10 days as well, I heard. Remember, you have the purest heart of them all. What makes you think this person doesn't either? Believe in the purity of your soul. You're healing your heart. Protection, you're always protected, but also maybe you feel like you're needing to protect yourself a little bit more. It's coming to my mind. Balancing out the 3 points, mind, body, and soul. This is my balancing out my 3 points. Divine masculine energy. Be strong. Be strong in your will. Be strong in your thought. Be strong in... I feel like that's divine masculine energy as well. But the snake, and we're in the year of the snake sign, by the way. You could be a snake in the... Maybe you were born in 89. Or whatever year it is for the snake. I know it's 89 because I'm a snake. And I was born in 89. I can't remember what the other ones are. But Kundalini, awakening, sign. Use your intuition. Ducks, you could have a memory with ducks with this person. Why am I seeing 2 ducks in a pond? It could be that maybe you have a memory with 2 ducks in a pond with this person, but also your intuition. Follow your intuition. Follow your intuition. Even when you feel like your intuition, again, as I always say, it's your emotion. Your body's emotion is the biggest form of intuition for you. When you're feeling overwhelmed, what do we have to do? Remove ourselves. When we are feeling content and happy and we feel at peace, means that we are aligned with that. The ignition of emotion is to show you the red flags of something that we are not able to, not logically deal with, but it's more so, without not being able to deal with it because of the ignition of emotion. We can't really think straight when we're in ignition of emotion. We need to learn how to tame that emotion, understand it, why it's coming from, but learn that it does not overrule us. We are the ones who, control whatever ignites that emotion into coming out or into just, staying still first and then, speaking about it in a very clear, concise way. And another butterfly literally right now. I need to show you guys. Hold on. You guys see it? There it is. There's that butterfly. It's huge. And it's still here. It's not wanting to leave. It's not wanting to leave. Oh, I should have opened my window. And the hand of Fatima. I don't know how you say it in English. I do not know how you say this in English. Here in Spanish, it's La Mano de Fatima. And this is also a protection amulet. It's really good for envy, actually. Yeah. So maybe you should get one of these. I think that they're supposed to gift you one of those. It's kind of like the little eye, the blue eye. They're supposed to gift it to you. All right. Angel numbers, birthdays, important dates, etc. Alrighty. So we have 88, 8th of the 8th, portal energy, 55, transformation, 5th of the 5th, also portal energy. 67 angel number, 62 angel number, 362 angel number, 8th of the 5th, 5th of the 8th, 8th of the 3rd, 3rd of the 8th, 8th of the 7th, 7th of the 8th, 2nd of the 7th, 7th of the 2nd, 7th of the 3rd, 3rd of the 7th, and 5th of the 3rd, 5th of the 7th, 7th of the 3rd of the 7th. Oh my God, my brain. Alrighty, 22, 222, unexpected miracles. 55 again, 55, massive transformation. 8, karmic justice, that balance again, but 8. And then we have 12 of the 3rd, 12 of the 5th, 12 of the 7th, 12 of the 2nd, and 12 of the 8th. 13, surrender to the divines. 13th of the 5th. We need to see, so it was 7 weeks. It could be that maybe in 7 weeks it's the 13th. No, 13th of the 5th would be May. That was 4th. Well, I heard 13 for a reason. Maybe the 13th of this month. But 13th of the 5th, 13th of the 2nd, 13th of the 7th, and 13th of the 8th. All right, guys. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I will be posting another reading later today if this didn't resonate on my TikTok. Bye.